Me?
Sony.
Oh, right, okay. Sony. Oh, Destiny!
So they started off with Destiny, which was a pretty, I mean, yeah, we did see Destiny last year, which is kind of, you'd think we'd be done showing Destiny at 3 by now.
You know what? Destiny is one of the games that if you're a big Bungie fan, you're just going to be hyped for it.
It looks pretty good. It doesn't look like a terrible game.
The only thing that got me like even slightly hyped for that was Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. That moment when you realize that was him.
Fucking Trask. Or Tyrion Lannister for other people.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was pretty excited to hear Dinklage out. I'm not super excited for Destiny in general. I don't know why we're still talking about it at E3 2014.
Yeah.
But then again, Sony didn't have a lot to talk about this year, did they?
No.
No, they did not.
Next up we had The Order 1886.
Alright, fuck this game. Okay? Fuck this game and fuck the devs. And here's why. There was an interview with, I think it was the lead developer.
Yeah, it was.
A little while ago. And the main question was, so what do you prioritize most out of like gameplay and story and visuals? What's like most important to you? And the quote was, we're prioritizing story and visuals. Gameplay is something that we can't avoid. And they also made a couple of other decisions, like having it in that little like letterbox thing so that it looks like a movie. And they're having it run at 30 frames per second instead of 60 on purpose, because 30 is the closest you can get to a movie frame rate without it looking like complete shit.
I don't think it's going to be any good.
Why? It's definitely not going to be any good. I don't know why why aren't you making a movie? You clearly want to make a movie.
You know what's funny? And this is the same feeling I have about gaming journalism in general. I have seen nothing but hype for this game in PlayStation Magazine, the official one, the last few months. It was on the cover, I think 2 months ago. And now after seeing all the stuff at E3 and hearing interviews about it, and hearing general opinions about it, wow, gaming journalism is biased as fuck. Like, shockingly. And you always told me that.
I did.
And it never clicked it was that biased. But, yeah, don't play that game. Don't give them the money for it.
Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Go and watch a movie. Because you know it's not going to be a good game if they describe something that gameplay is something they can't get around. Because that means one of two things, or both. It means either one, they don't want to make a game. They want to make a movie. And, or two, they aren't smart enough to make gameplay that isn't a cover-based third-person shooter, so they're just like, fuck it, whatever, do that. There's another game called Entwined. It's out now. It looks kind of nice. You can buy it if you want. Whatever. Little Big Planet 3. That was a really fucking long section on Little Big Planet 3. That was like a 10-minute demo of Little Big Planet 3.
You know what's new? They have new characters that do like different shit. Like one can fly.
One of them can wall jump if the person playing isn't a moron. Shame they didn't get someone who could do it at E3.
One of them's morbidly obese.
What can he do? Move stuff?
Like breathe heavily when he's forced to run.
Right.
Next up we had Bloodborne.
Okay, so this is a CG trailer. I'm always happy to see a new IP at E3.
Who was behind this?
I have no idea.
Someone told me it was the Dark Souls guys, or someone who'd left the Dark Souls team.
It looks a lot like Dark Souls.
I'm gonna run into the assumption that it was someone who'd left the Dark Souls team because I've heard that phrase.
It's pretty possible.
Yeah.
I can't remember who exactly made it, but it looks interesting. It could be if it's just like a Dark Souls clone, I don't care.
Yeah.
But
there was a couple of those this year. Well, I saw a couple. Yeah.
I suppose yeah. But if it's something new, if it's maybe like a really horror focused adventure game, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, we need more of those.
We need more. We
need more in the mainstream kind of industry because indie has that by the fucking...
Yeah, as I've said before, if Evil Within doesn't resurrect horror in the mainstream, pretty much indie games is all you've got left. Because if Shinji Mikami can't do it, we're fucked.
Next up we had Metal Gear Solid 5.
There was a little bit of Metal Gear Solid 5. They had even... Like, you would think that would be like the main focus of Sony's E3 conference, but no. They had a CG trailer and then just moved on.
You know what? I really didn't give a fuck. As someone who even likes the games, I'm not saying that as someone who bashes them, I really like that series. Snake Eater is one of my top fucking games. But that, I just felt nothing.
It was just like, we saw a CG trailer last year, and it was a really good CG trailer. Why not show something different?
You know what it is? I think it's because I feel the series should have stopped with 4. If you'd played that had the resolution We don't need everything with Big Boss and all that shit. And we're coming back to series that just won't die later on. But next up we have,
coincidentally,
Let It Die.
Let It Die from Suda51. This makes me so sad.
Yeah.
Because Suda51 has been getting less and less crazy. I mean, like what? Like Killer 7 was his first game, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. And then you had Lollipop Chainsaw, which was pretty crazy, but a little less. And then after that, Shadows of the Damned, which once again is a little bit less crazy than Lollipop Chainsaw. And now we have Let It Die, which doesn't really look like anything.
He's getting more and more conservative.
He is. He's getting old.
Does anyone know if he started wearing polo shirts and chinos? Dead Island 2.
Well, more zombies.
In LA.
Definitely not tired of zombies yet. Nope.
The Ratchet and Clank movie.
There's a motherfucking Ratchet and Clank movie.
Who gives a fuck?
What?
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky looks really good. That was the moment where I was like, okay, the conference is picking up now. Let's see if it gets.
It's getting a console release. I thought it was going to be PC exclusive, like Steam.
Yeah.
I'm so hyped. Like, I really think it's going to live up to it.
I'm pretty. After saying that, No Man's Sky, I think looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
really
happy
good.
to show that.
And it's interesting that they're kind of taking the procedurally created worlds thing further.
Yeah.
This is going to be a really interesting place to take that.
It is the logical next step.
Yeah.
But
because that's a fucking great premise, like your own planet, you go out and find. The next one won't be the same as the one you've just seen. I think that's going to be a wee bit exaggerated, but I still think it'll be pretty cool. But, you know.
I'm looking forward to it. Mortal Kombat 10 gameplay, or Mortal Kombat X, whatever it is. Oh,
I fell asleep before this and woke up during and had no fucking clue what was going on. And I was like, what is this? This looks amazing.
That'd be a hell of a thing to wake up to. I am so excited for Mortal Kombat 10,
Yeah.
and I'm more excited every time I see it.
And you know, like I went through a phase where I didn't like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Because of the palette, because of the splatter.
It's understandable because Mortal Kombat 9, visually it is very weird. The animations are very clunky and
That's a love it or hate it.
It's so weirdly colorful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one looks really rich and like crisp. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna look great on the fucking
apparently the new fatalities are fucking sick.
We haven't seen anything of them.
I don't know if you recall during that trailer there was a moment where Scorpion goes to swing a sword at Sub-Zero. It looks like he's going for a decapitation. Turns out he's not. Turns out the end of that fatality is Scorpion cutting the front half of Sub-Zero's face off. And you can see like the inside of the face and the brain like just flipping out and like twitching larynxes and shit.
I'm looking forward to like playing Mortal Kombat and wincing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had The Last of Us getting a re-release on PS4.
We're not. I mean, this is
not needed.
We're saying next. We're not doing this in the order that it was in the conferences. We're doing it in the order that we had written down. They spent a lot of time talking about ports on PS4. I don't know why anybody gives a shit. You saw The Last of Us. It doesn't look really that much different than it does on PS3.
No, not at all.
No. And you've already played The Last of Us. You can play it right now.
GTA 5.
Oh, God.
They need it on next gen. I know, I understand that.
I disagree.
Really?
Why bother?
Because it's so recent, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think money.
That's not, I mean, you can transfer your save data from your PS3 GTA 5 to your PS4 GTA 5, which means you don't even have to play it on PS4. You can just have it. You can just have it, and you're already done. Isn't that great?
PlanetSide 2. I know one guy from uni.
Obviously, this is a lot bigger with PC gamers.
Yeah.
But the thing is that PC gamers already have this game. They spend a lot of time talking about TV, which is kind of funny. Because I remember this time last year, Microsoft was talking about things like TV and Netflix and sports. And they got laughed out of the room. Everybody was like, Microsoft, you're fucking idiots.
There's been a real flip around.
There has been a real flip around because this time last year as well, Sony was talking about how we're all about the games. And then this year, Microsoft comes out with this conference going to be nothing but games. And then it was nothing but games. Sony shows up, not a lot of games, not a lot of new stuff.
This is what I meant earlier when I said in the last video that Microsoft weren't doing very well until I saw the Sony conference. That gave them a lot of fucking points.
Yeah, they're definitely winning.
Yeah, definitely.
At this point. The moment that I knew the Sony conference was over was when that dude comes out and I can see the pictures of hardware behind him, And I'm thinking to myself, alright, well I guess we're going to talk about hardware now. Not as if the consoles were already out. And he starts saying this thing like, we had this idea, and we thought it was going to be a great idea, and we released it, and here it is, it's the PlayStation camera. And then, you can hear the sound of genuine laughter from the audience.
Rewatch the footage.
I laughed, because I thought he was going to follow that up with, but it turns out the PlayStation camera was a terrible fucking idea, so we're ditching that. But it turns out he was dead serious. It's almost sort of like a tangible representation of the switch that's happened between Sony and Microsoft, because Microsoft, a few weeks ago you may have heard, are now selling Xbox One without the Kinect.
That's a good move.
Yeah, that's a very good move. I don't know why Sony's talking about PlayStation camera after that.
Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight. Not PlayStation 4 exclusive by any means.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty good.
I don't like the whole hype around Batman. Like, I love the comics, but I've gotten sick of him recently.
I think we're all a bit sick of Batman.
Like, Batman is this generation's Chuck Norris. You know what I mean? This generation's Chuck Norris joke.
Yeah.
Just everyone hypes Batman this, Batman that. I really don't like it. But this trailer really brought back my love for it.
It was a very cool game. It was a very cool looking trailer. I think the Arkham games are probably the one thing, apart from, I guess, the Nolan trilogy that I can still stand to see about Batman.
Kevin Conroy, man.
Yeah.
Kevin Conroy.
Kevin motherfucking Conroy.
That's all we need to say.
Is he still voicing Batman?
Yeah.
What about...
Mark Hamill left.
Oh.
Troy Baker replaced him in Origins.
Yeah.
Something I really want to talk about.
Oh yeah. The white PS4!
No.
Huh?
Uncharted 4.
So you need to talk about this because I don't know shit about Uncharted.
Yeah. Uncharted is pretty much Sony's flagship title now. Like, it used to be stuff like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
This
whatever Naughty Dog is making best.
Yeah, Naughty Dog, which is really strange because they seem to be kind of, excuse the pun, but like an underdog studio.
You'd think so, yeah.
Yeah, because they don't really... No one talks about Naughty Dog.
Yeah, which is weird. They don't make that much, I guess, really, do they?
And what they do make.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here's the thing. People who are a big fan of the series, they know how the third one ended, and it ended perfectly. Like, I really don't feel like this fourth one is necessary.
He looks old.
He looks really old.
Got a little whiff of the crystal skull about it.
Wow. I'm really hoping that's not the case. But yeah, I don't think it needed to be. I don't think it needed to happen. I'm gonna watch gameplay. I'll play the demo. I'll give it a shot. I'll be objective about it. I won't even be a fan about it. But I really don't feel like it's necessary.
Always wait for gameplay.
Yeah.
Apparently the rule of thumb.
E3 in general. Well, sorry. Sony.
Sony? Bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Really.
No. It's...
A couple of things that I want to see more of, but on the whole...
We already knew about them. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
E3 in general?
Pretty shit, but then it always is.
Yeah. So what's the message here?
Watch E3 drunk. I guess.
We really should have done that.
I don't know why I didn't. Every year I'm like, this is a mistake. 12 hours. I feel sorry for the people in the room.
So what is this that we're doing? We've started up a YouTube channel.
As you can plainly see, because you're on it right now.
You're on it. You're watching us on it.
Isn't it magical?
Mm-hmm. What are we doing? Everything. Gameplay throughs, movie reviews, rants, stuff like this, just keeping up to date.
Not literally everything.
Maybe a couple of videos of our band, Palm Tree Dynamite. You can find us on Facebook at Palm Tree Dynamite and Twitter at Palm Tree Dynamite.
Nice plug.
Also, the channel is called, well, you know what the channel's called. I'm not gonna fucking tell you that. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of my house.
Down there. Yes?
No,
maybe.
hang on. There! It's right.
Right there.
Troy's knee.
Then it's kind of right here.
Yeah. You can also comment right here.
Oh, don't do that.
And like it right.
We can't start like this.
Thanks for watching. We hope
you hated E3 just as much as we did every fucking year.